Hello, welcome to Finally Different Tarot. I'm Ashley Dawn, and in today's reading of What Does Your Spirit Animal Want You to Know, I obviously chose my crystals. Now, before I get started into introducing the crystals and what I'm going to be doing in this reading, I just wanted to say I did not realize how many animal crystals that I actually have. These are not all of them, okay? These are just the ones I felt drawn to doing today, okay? But, I got a decent amount. I didn't realize I had so many crystal cats. I mean, it makes sense. I love me some kitty cats, but still, it's just crazy. So, we're going to work with 5 today. Now, in this reading, I didn't really have, a particular, idea of what I wanted to do for it. So, I did go with, what they want to tell you pretty much. Ouch. Sorry. I got a new piercing and I keep hitting it. You know how it is. Anyway, so the only things I'm for sure going to do for each reading is I'm going to pick songs, because I feel like in songs we get a lot of messages. There's always some kind of a message that we're supposed to hear in songs. So we're going to do that one, and we're also going to use Everyday Witch Tarot, which I still have to shuffle. And then I figured advice cards, because I have a bunch of decks up here that I could just pretty much choose from. I also got the charms and the slips that are over here as well, just in case I feel drawn to doing some of that. So we'll see. Not every pile is going to be the same, so just choose whatever you feel drawn to. If you feel drawn to more than one, go for it, man. That's what this is all about. There could be one message in reading for you and another message in another reading for you. So yeah. Anyways, I have to pay attention to the time because I have to start cooking lunch very soon. Alright, so we have, I chose the bat, the squirrel, kitty cat, spider, and frog. Okay, so pile 1 is going to be the bat. He is so cute. It's a smoky quartz. I do not know what all these crystals are, just so you guys know. I'm just going to tell you the ones that I know right off the bat. But here is the bat for pile 1. If not that, it's candle wax, okay? I haven't had a lot of luck with candle wax lately. Alright, so this is the squirrel. He's so cute. I clearly have a crystal problem, by the way, guys. And then here's a kitty cat. This is one of the many kitty cats that I got for pile 3. We have a spider, an obsidian spider, opalite. I better not get opalite. I'm not a fan of opalite. Why am I not a fan of opalite? I don't know. There's something about that I don't like. Alright. Probably the openness. I'm already opening up. Okay, so this is a froggy. It's a white stone. I don't know what it is though, but you can't really see him for some reason. He's a frog though. He's a cutie. I'm just gonna hang out over here. Okay, so that's pile 5. So go ahead, choose your pile. Pause it if you have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I would just honestly just pick by the animal because that's probably what I'm gonna have there. And I will just go ahead and meet you at your pile. Bye. I'm not editing right this moment or fuzzing. I'm just going to shuffle these cards really quickly. Perfect. Okay. Froggy. Spider. And bat. We are at 418. We'll go with 420. Okay, my pile 1. If you chose this bat, this is your pile. Okay, so I'm going to... what do I want to start off with? Well, I want to take all these off. I didn't want anybody to cheat and be like, oh, that color, I don't know for me. Because it's not. It's not how this works. Okay. So, I don't know why, but I feel drawn to telling this pile specifically, and maybe another pile that, okay, when I was picking the animals, okay, I'm going to bring this up a little bit so that we can, and I can show you my camera, or show you my camera, show you the cards my way. Okay, so, when I was picking out the animals, I actually really, really wanted to do put in Pikachu because he's, Pokemon. But here's the thing, this is what I decided. If I'm not going to be able to put in a dragon because it's considered metaphysical, or because it's considered fantasy, then I'm not going to put Pokemon in because Pokemon is considered fantasy as well, okay? So just wanted you, like this pile specifically, to know I did think about putting a Pokemon in here in the animal spirit for y'all, because I feel like somebody here definitely has a Pokemon they consider their animal spirit. So here's the thing, no. Maybe if I have enough crystals to do like a fantasy one for sure, because the Pikachu one I have, because literally, I'm not kidding you, I really did think about it. This is my Pikachu. He's so cute. He's just so tiny. Alright, but, no. Not until I have more. Now, maybe if I had like a, is it Gunther? Or Haunter? I love Haunter. He's my favorite. It's because he's purple. It's because he's purple and he's a ghost. Anyway, Alright, so I'm seeing a lot of wings right off the bat, which is interesting. That's totally an intentional pun. That's not. Okay, anyway. I'm seeing a lot of wings here, which makes me think there's a lot of messages. You're getting a lot of messages. A lot of things are being, downloaded to you. I don't think you're necessarily paying attention to it, which is fine. None of us, pay attention unless we got something going on. I feel like, interesting. King of Pentacles in reverse. Which makes me think that you're, I'm definitely feeling like a masculine energy. So I'm, feeling for some of you, you're in your masculine energy, but, also, I feel like you're down on your luck. You might be in debt a little bit, or you just might not have the money that you want for the things that you want to do. And I feel like you have a lot that you want to offer to somebody, but you feel like you don't have enough to offer to somebody. Now, this is somebody I feel like you might want this person back. This person might be somebody from your past. And I feel like, the reason why you did the things that you had done was because you were a pretty closed off person, you were kind of refusing to give in to something. But I do feel like you're getting a lot of messages, Spirit's been sending you a lot of messages for you to see the signs that they've been sending to you. They want you to focus on priorities and eliminate the distractions. Now, I do feel like there could be somebody in your energy that, this person, they never have the facts. They make a lot of shit up. They lie a lot. I feel like this person, it's so interesting, third parties out here too, alright, so these two are, we're right next to each other, which is what I'm thinking, so, I do feel like there is somebody, they make a lot of shit up. They could have, dark hair, so there's something about this person not really seeing themselves clearly. This person might, look in the mirror a lot. They might spend a lot of time in the mirror, or, taking a lot of selfies and stuff like that. And I feel like this person also, they're also, I'm also getting, a party person. They might like to take pictures at parties and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, this person, this is definitely, somebody that you've hooked up with, on occasion, or, this is somebody that you could also be in a relationship with, okay? There is somebody that, you've been refusing to give in to this person. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna... It's, cat's right under this, so you might want to look into the cat, category as well. So I feel like this person that, they lie, and I feel like this is somebody you could be in a relationship with. I feel like... this person has made a lot of dirty offers to you. They've been playing a lot of mind games with you. They've been taking advantage of you. This is somebody that's been playing you, okay? And I feel like you kind of let it happen, I feel like you were kind of wounded. You also felt like there was some kind of a danger, in being I was gonna say in being alone. Maybe you have a hard time I kind of feel like you could be the kind of person where you kind of go from relationship to relationship, like you jump from relationship to relationship, and you're not really taking that time to like heal by yourself, okay? Like, and that's fine, okay? I'm not trying to sound judgmental or anything like that. I actually know, like, I have quite a few people in my life that actually do that, you know, and that's fine. I am personally not like that, okay? I take a lot of time to heal on my own, especially from like long-term relationships. And it's just because I'm learning to fall in love with myself again, okay? Like, when we fall in love with other people, we fall in love with them. Like, we lose a piece of ourselves by falling in love with that person, and we kind of lose sight of ourselves, you know, in that person. Which is, you know, it is what it is. Like, that's just how love is. But I feel like you can keep a solid, you know, idea of who you are in a relationship as long as you like stay focused on that, you know. Like, I don't feel like you have to constantly let somebody I feel like it's like letting somebody outshine you. Like, I feel like that's something that's been happening for you, or that's been happening for you. I feel like there's somebody that's been trying to outshine you in your relationship that you're currently in, which is interesting because I feel like you are in a like a leadership position, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like you could be like a manager, like you have like a high position of power in some kind of a manner, right? And like, I feel like you kind of inadvertently gave your power to somebody, like this person that like makes a lot of shit up, you know. I feel like you've kind of given a lot of power to this person, you know. Like, and I feel like it's because they had a lot of things to offer you that you were interested in at the moment. I feel like this person also made you feel special, okay? Like, this person, they were playing with your feelings, right? They were pretending to be something that they're not. Like, I feel like they were trying to outshine you because they felt like they deserved it, okay? They feel like they're a high priestess, but the problem is it's in fucking reverse, okay? They aren't, okay? Somebody is acting like they should be in the light when they should not be in the light, okay? I feel like you're the one that should be in the light. I feel like you've let a lot of, like, this person's been constantly betraying you. Like, they've done, like, see, because you got, like, 10 of swords here. And in this 10 of swords, not all of the 10 of swords when it comes to tarot are actually like this, but this one particularly is, and especially in this deck. I do feel like this is right. Okay, this is something that was fated to happen. Okay, you were supposed to meet this person, you know, and be with this person that makes a lot of shit up and they make a lot of lies, you know. Like, you were supposed to be with this person that really closed you off from the people around you. Like, I don't feel like, okay, so like, you don't feel like it was intentional for this person to keep you pushed away from people. But that's the thing about narcissists. You can't tell how they work until like after the whole situation, or you start seeing it towards the end. But it's up to you to see it, okay? Everyone around you sees it. All of your family, all of your friends, all of the ones that care about you and love you, all of your ancestors and your fucking messengers, like your ghosts, are like, even like, yo, what's up with you? You know, like, what is wrong with you? Why are you letting this girl push you around like that? Like, that's not even the one for you, man. Not even the one for you, okay? All right, so I'm hearing, okay, I just heard second love, okay? So let me tell you this theory before I show you this card, okay? So there is a theory that we each have 3 loves in our lives, right? And 3 big loves. Okay, so the big love for us is like, the first love is idealist, somebody that you fall in love with, which is what you think that you truly want in a relationship. The second one that we fall in love with, the second love of our lives, is somebody that, it's a very toxic love-hate relationship, okay? There's just a lot of back and forth thing, okay? It's not really growing. You're kind of like growing apart, but you're also learning what it is that you want in a relationship, okay? I gotta start cooking shortly. Okay, so, and then, so I feel like, and then I feel like you're in the second relationship of love, right? And then there's the third. Okay, the third is, you know what you want. You've already gone through all these other relationships. What you thought you wanted was something that you know, there was a lot of intensity, you know, it was really hot, you know, there's a lot of passion. Like, my opinion, the second love is, there's a lot of lust, there's a lot of fucking, you know, there is a lot of that going on, right? A lot of experimenting, but there's also a lot of, you're both very toxic, okay? And it doesn't always work well, okay? It's okay to admit that we are toxic, okay? So I feel like that's what's happening in this relationship. Like, your guys' toxicity is just not working together anymore, right? And the third, like I said, is like our final love. It's the one that works for us. It's like the one where we feel the most comfortable, the one that is the right one for us, okay? So I feel like you're currently in your second love, okay? Now this is why I feel like this. I feel like this person has betrayed you, okay? They've left you on the ground, okay? You know, you've been backstabbed how many freaking times? There's 10 swords in her fucking back. So it's like she's been backstabbed quite a few times by this particular person that keeps running away. Now, you could have a child with this person. I do see a cat here. You could have an animal, but I feel like it's more like it's leaning towards a child. And like I feel like this person is pretending that they're going to take this child with them, but the child isn't going to, or the animal's not going to. They're going to stick with you. They stick by your side. There's more love for you than there is for them, okay? So, yes, and this was a fated outcome, right? And I feel like you, like, see how she's on the ground, right? Like, this is you on the ground reaching for your power right here, okay? So this broom, it's in my opinion representing the power that we have within ourselves that we often when we're in relationships give to other people, okay? It's not always intentional how it happens, but it does happen. I do think there is a healthy way of going about it, but I feel like we have to take the time, you know, to focus on ourselves in order to figure that out, okay? Because I think it works differently for each person. I don't know, I'm only 35 though, so I'm still fucking learning. Yeah, so I do feel like you have a lot of ideas going on in your mind right now about, like, ending the connection, letting it go. I feel like you feel like this connection is dwindling. It's finally, like, letting go, and I feel like you guys are both about to go on different paths, and that's a good thing, you know? Like, there's going to be a lot of, things that are going to come to light about this person, but I feel like in all, you're going to find the people that work with you, the people that you need in your life, compared to letting... You're finally going to take charge of your life. You're going to take control of things instead of letting it go as it's been flowing. Like, I feel like you haven't been, like, really doing anything. Like, you've been just kind of slowly seeing things about this person. Alright, we're going to get some songs for my pile one. What does that have to say to my pile one? So you also have smoky quartz here. So smoky quartz means also a few things to me, okay? So it could mean that you are currently dealing with somebody passing over. Also, something with negativity, trying to keep negativity out of your life. We have One Call Away by Charlie Puth. Okay, that's interesting. I want to see if this is where I think it's going. Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. Okay, it is going exactly where I think it is. Mr. Brightside by The Killers. So I feel like this person that you're with could have cheated on you, you know, recently. And I feel like it hurt, like it really hurt you, but I feel like there's always been somebody that's on the back of your mind, okay? We also have, yes, the timing is right for the new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So I feel like you do have something in mind that you really want to try to do, like something that's different than what you've been doing, like all of this time, okay? You've been looking at old photos, thinking about a particular person. We also have Hi, It's Me by Ash Nico. Which, if you've ever listened to that song, it's actually talking about, like, you know, not being able to be around a certain person because it's a toxic relationship, and, like, you tend to do things that you don't want to do, and this person is so disrespectful to you, but you keep going back to them because, you know, like, there's something about them that you like, but it's not good for either of you. We also have Superhero by Atreyu. Good song. Somebody might have a hero complex. Oh my gosh, that would actually make sense. Connections, Batman definitely has a fucking hero complex. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Batman fan, okay? I love the villains in Batman, but still. We also have I Wasn't Enough for You by Holland. And What About Us by Pink. Okay, so I do feel like there is somebody definitely from your past that you've been really thinking about. You love this person for, like, who they are. There is also somebody, this person from your past, they could also be thinking about you as well, okay? I do feel like this person could be single. They are really trying to, you know, work on themselves, I feel like, for a while now. We also have... You are a natural healer, okay? Your intuition is very strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life surprises you our life supports you on in every way, like on every endeavor that you try. I feel like you definitely are being protected. I feel like you also, like, you have opportunities here, okay? I feel like when Ten of Swords comes out, when there's this much betrayal, this is the opportunity to walk away from a connection without any guilt because of the betrayal that they constantly throw at you. As long as you concentrate on the betrayal, you can let go of this, all right? Like, you can walk away from this. I'm going to say let go of it. I mean, you will let go of it. I feel like you have to let go of this at some point, but, like, I feel like you kind of need this fire, this energy, this, I guess, in a way, hatred to walk away from a situation or, a certain situation. Like, when it came to my toxic relationship, I feel like there I feel like God stepped in. God and Goddess definitely stepped in that moment, because there was a time where I was at a point where I was going to settle with this person. I knew how toxic it was. I knew that he wasn't the one for me, okay? I knew this because I had asked God if it was the right one for me, and he said fuck no, but I still went for it because, like, I loved him. Like, I really did. But I feel like when we settle for things that aren't for us, God and Goddess get pissed about it. The universe is not happy that we're settling for something that's not for us. So they put things in our lives that hurt, that they know will set it right in, okay? That will just push it and deep right in there, Something that is absolutely unforgivable, okay? Now, it looks like this person cheated on you with somebody that was very unforgettable. It was unforgivable that this person cheated with. Or it could be that they had done something that was just such a deep betrayal to you. Mine wasn't a cheating. It was something completely different, but it was something that made sure that I would never go back to him again. Okay, that relationship is dead, over, and done with. Okay, it will never happen again. And that is the way that it's supposed to be, okay? Which is good, I feel like we both moved on. I mean, I have, to a degree. I hope that he has, and I hope that he has a good life. I just don't want to see him again, and that's a good thing, because that means that's over with. It's never going to happen again, okay? That particular cycle is done with. And I feel like that's what we need sometimes, like that deep push. Even if it hurts so much and it's such a deep betrayal, it fucking hurts like son of a bitch at that time. Like, I'm not going to lie, it broke me down for a couple years. But sometimes we need that to push us away from something that's not for us, okay? And if we're not getting it, you've been stabbed in the back quite a few times by this person. This person's hurt you quite a bit, okay? So this last final thing that they do is what brings you to your knees and makes you really see this person for who they really are. Now, I highly recommend walking away from this person, because they're just going to keep backstabbing you, and they're just going to keep hurting you, and it's going to get fucking worse, dude. Just believe me, it's going to get worse, okay? If we do not learn from our mistakes that are keep coming, it gets worse, because we're not learning. So God and Goddess is going to put something in your life to make you fucking learn your lesson. I'm warning you, because I don't want what happened to me to ever happen to anybody else, okay? It's taken a long time to heal from it, okay? So, like, I don't think anybody should have that much hatred in their heart. And I feel like if you don't step away from this person after this last time, if you don't take your power back, if you don't take control of your life in this moment, you're going to be stuck. And it's going to hurt when that, when God and guys put their foot down, when they finally decide that this isn't for you. Your last piece of advice here is to smile, because it's your best weapon. I feel like there's something about a smile that keeps being brought to your mind or somebody else's mind, okay? I do think it's actually going both ways. Like, I feel like there's some mirroring back and forth with somebody from your past that you have feelings for that you never really, went for. But I do feel like you need to take the time at this moment to fully enjoy yourself and to take your power back from something that's been holding you back for far too long. Try to be happy, we don't always have to be miserable just because, other people want us to be miserable. Alright, but this is all I've got for you. I'm going to move on to cooking lunch for my sister. That was the wrong deck. And, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Okay, my pile 2. If you chose a squirrel, this is your pile. Alright, jumping right back into it. Okay, so right off the bat, what I'm seeing, okay, so first of all, squirrels, for me, when I think of squirrels, I think of how they're always preparing for like the next season. Like there's always something they're preparing for. They have a lot of energy. They're always like going. It always seems like they're always going, like energetic battery or bunny battery. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But what I'm really getting from this one is that you've been preparing for something. The universe is preparing you for something as well. But I feel like you personally have been preparing for something that you've been wanting for a long time. I feel like you have love on the brain. You've been daydreaming quite a bit, fantasizing about something that you really want. I feel like you've really been fantasizing about like going on dates. You know, it could be with a particular person. I'm not really seeing a particular person in mind, but you could have somebody. But, sorry, I do see a lot of conversing with somebody, like having dinner with somebody, talking, drinking wine, like just getting to know each other. I see a lot of similarities between the two of you, but a lot of differences as well, like just enough things in common for things to make sense. I do feel like you are wanting to offer to somebody who might be interested in taking. And maybe being reciprocal. We also do have, like, I feel like you've been really thinking about expressing your love, like expressing your emotions to somebody. But I feel like, okay, so I do feel like you've been thinking about expressing your feelings towards somebody, but I feel like you may not think you are worthy of this person that you want to make this offer to. So like your advice so far is to make the effort. Like if you are interested in somebody, you have to make the effort into showing this person that you have interest in them or telling them that you have interest. Um and I feel like there are things that like you've been preparing for this. There's been a lot of things. Sorry, it was some rice. I feel like you've been really preparing for these little things here and there. Like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know why, but in my mind is I got like collecting things here and there for like, you know how birds collect things for like nests, like hair here, like, twigs and like other things. Like, there's just a lot of different like kinds of birds and how they make their nests, like different ways of it. But like, I'm just picturing like my mind's like a raven or a crow that's like literally picking like a string here, like finding a piece of hair there, like just finding odds and ends things that fit into their life, into their like home, what will make it more of a home for them. I feel like that's what you've been doing. You've been picking and choosing who and what you want in your life, and like deciding what works and what doesn't work. I also see a lot of yoga here too. Like I actually have 2 yoga cards that came out for you. I feel like you are really practicing on, I feel like I see a lot of meditating, a lot of like looking within yourself, and also like just like focusing on your body. And like I feel like maybe that's where you feel like you're not enough. It's like where your body comes in. So I do feel like, for like some of you, you've been really working on like liking your own body, enjoying your own body. I really think it's helping you in growing your, like expanding your mind and expanding your horizons. I feel like it's a lot of as you're doing yoga, I feel like you've been meditating quite a bit, and it's been opening a lot of doors for you. A lot of enlightenment as well is what I'm seeing. I do feel like yoga might be something that you've been wanting to do for a while, like maybe doing something with yoga. Like I don't know, like there's some kind of like I'm seeing like some kind of like a teaching position with yoga, or just something along those lines. Like I do feel like there is a lot of eyes on this, but I'm seeing a lot of infinite abundance. Like this is something that you're supposed to be doing. I do feel like you're at the end of a cycle in your life, like maybe like a big cycle for you, and it's like you've been asking your angels, you've been asking your guides for like, to comfort you and to help guide you onto your next path, your next step, you know. And I feel like, you know, in doing so and asking them and actually paying attention to the signs that they're sending you, I feel like it'll bring you the happiness that you're desiring. Around fall has some huge significance. Okay, so I do have this card right here, and it does keep like popping out at me. It says, it's one of my advice cards. It says, don't feel guilty for that shit. You can only do what you can do with what you know at that time. So this card for me is like, when you're in deep regret about something that you feel like you should have seen because you've seen it before in other aspects of like other like people's relationships or other areas of your life, you've seen it. But it's like in this particular part of your life you didn't see it, and it's really nagging at you that you didn't know, or like that you didn't see it. But here's the thing. Like, you don't know things until you experience it. You cannot be mad at yourself for something that you weren't seeing, you weren't making the connections on. Like, we're all human, we all make mistakes, and we're supposed to go through these things for these learning experiences. And I feel like with this particular thing that you're feeling like really guilty for, like really ashamed that you didn't see this, like there's no need for you to get mad at yourself for that, because you weren't supposed to see it in the moment, okay? Like, sadly, that's just how it is. Like, we're supposed to go through, sometimes we have to go through a lot in order to gain the knowledge that we need later, you know? So, and sometimes that does take the form of a lot of fucking pain. And I feel like you're mad at yourself because you feel like you could have stopped yourself from feeling so much pain from like maybe some kind of a relationship, or like something big that has happened in your life that you feel like you should have seen coming, but you weren't meant to see it coming. You now have the signs of how to see it coming in the future so that you can avoid it in the future, but like, you had to go through it now so that you can see it later, okay? Like, because there's like a huge thing about later in your life where it might, you know, like you'll be able to stop it because of this particular moment in time. And like, you can't get mad at yourself, because for some of you, I feel like this could be like a person. Like, you feel like you should have seen this person for who they were before, you know, like things got too deep. But the reality is like, people are great actors. People are good at faking it, you know, like, we can't always tell. Like, you can't tell a psychopath is a psychopath by looking at them. It doesn't work like that. Psychopath looks like just me or you know, like, you know, some of us look a little freakier than others, but it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that they have a different outlook and they want to show a different outlook of themselves, you know, like, so you can't judge a book by its cover, because it's never going to fucking work out that way. Doesn't matter how many times you try, you have to go through the experience to understand the experience, to understand those like things you weren't seeing before. And I feel like you're mad at yourself because you didn't see those things about that person, like those red flags. But like, you know, and like maybe you feel like there were similarities before in other situations that you had seen or experienced that makes you feel like you should have seen it, but it's like, it's not the same category, okay? Like, this had to happen the way it did happen, okay? And it sucks that it happened the way that it did, but it needed to happen this way, okay? You don't need to feel guilty or ashamed about it, because that is not something you should be feeling, okay? That is a feeling we invented to make ourselves feel better about situations that, like, just are supposed to be the way that they are. Like, you know what? I'm just going to move on from this tangent, but I do feel like, you know, you're feeling guilty over something you don't need to feel guilty about, because you didn't have all of your cards. You didn't see everything the way you were supposed to see it. Like, I mean, you did see things the way you were supposed to see it, but you did. Now you're really seeing things for what they were, and you're supposed to now use that knowledge that you have now for later, okay? I think that making a little bit of sense. So this song, Unstoppable, it keeps coming to my head by Sia or Sia, whatever her name is. But, like, yeah, it comes, like, because you have the tiger here. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So I do feel like there is a mate you have around here. There's a soulmate that is close to you, okay, that you may not feel like you're enough for this person. I do feel like you're fantasizing about them a lot, and you want to tell them how you feel. I feel like you see a relationship with this person. You fantasize about it. You see a lot of happiness that could happen with this person. But I feel like you're trying not to go into this situation blindly. You want to have the clarity that you need before you go walking into this. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to decide if this is the right option for you, if this is exactly what you want. Normally you feel like everything's against you, but I don't feel like you feel like things are against you this time. You're really taking that time and looking within yourself, finding what you have to offer, and like deciding what is right for you. You're not taking other people's advice or letting people you're not letting people guide you blindly. You're actually taking the time to look within yourself, to like look at it. You're not letting other people's judgments stop you from doing what it is that you want to do or what you think is right for you. Yeah, you're not falling under anybody's illusions anymore. And like I feel like that's what had led you down a path of betrayal the last time, is because you weren't like seeing yourself for who you really were and like what you have to offer. Do you feel like you're getting to the point though where you are really starting to see what you're made of, what you have, like what you're willing to offer to other people? You're really looking at things from a different point of view than you were before. And I feel like the meditation, the yoga, that's really helping you out. It's really helping you expand your horizons and see what it is that you want. I also feel like you get a lot of downloads when you're doing your meditation, when you're like, while you're in your like yoga, like maybe certain positions. Like I am seeing somebody sitting cross-legged with their like, like sitting like this, and I do see a lot of downloads being brought to you. Now, I truly believe we all have psychic abilities. We all have gifts, We don't always look into them. We don't know how, like not everybody knows how to look into it. But I feel like in that moment you do get a lot of downloads. It could be a lot of like things that you've been asking, a lot of answers that you've been asking. I highly recommend having like a notebook or like, a notebook, or you could have, I wouldn't say like a phone or like a computer, because like I truly believe the Wi-Fi on this stuff really screws with our fucking heads, and it screws with, what we're getting, like what we're being sent. Like we have these like, like I don't know, it's called magnetic. We got vibrations. Okay, we got vibrations going on. There's energy always going on. But the energy from the electronics, it screws with our energy so that it makes it harder for us to see or hear what it is that we need to see or hear, okay? It plays with our fucking head. So I don't recommend using that to, do it. I do recommend going with pen and paper, going the old-fashioned way, and writing down, like, what it is that you're getting downloads of. I feel like a lot of it is actually answers to the questions you've been asking out loud, okay? I can't give you those answers. I know that's what you're looking for, and I really wish I could give it to you, dude. Like, I do. Like, I understand where you're fucking coming from. Like, you have a lot of questions, okay? You've been asking a lot of things, where you should be, what you should do. Like, is this the person for you? Like, I understand that. Like, I get it. I do. But I can't give you that answer. Like, I could if I was giving you a personal reading, but I don't offer personal readings because I have a hard time letting go of energies. So I recommend pen and paper when you're doing your meditation and you ask these questions. I do think that you should have a candle lit. There's a couple of reasons why candles being lit is important. It's to bring your ancestors closer, to watch what you are doing, to watch over you, but it's also to protect you. So that if something doesn't feel right, there's an energy around you. If you know what you're doing with energy, you can literally whip it around and throw it into that fire. So it's a way of taking it away from you. It's a protection, so there is that. It's also an opening, a portal into knowledge that is hard to see in this world. Anyway, so yeah, I do recommend pen and paper when you're meditating, doing yoga. Ask your questions out loud, and you'll hear the ones that you're like asking for. I do feel like if you're looking for love, if it's something that you're really wanting, I think it's a possibility for you. I feel like it could be with somebody that's closer to home than you realize, and I feel like things will really start to, happen in fall. Like, I feel like this person will start telling you how they feel about you if you haven't told them or expressed your emotions. This person's going to start telling you how they feel about you around fall. I I do feel like right now, like, you just need to focus on taking care of yourself, though, like, letting go of this past cycle, and also, like, just focusing on you in the sense of, like, where you feel you need to work on yourself, and answering your own questions, because, like, I feel like you have the answers that you need. You just might need a little nudge or a little push in certain ways. Does that make sense? I think it does make sense in my head. It makes sense to my guys. They're like, all right, let's fucking move on to the next one. Okay. Let me grab you a couple songs really quick to see the messages for you. And then, I will move on to my next pile. Let's get some songs from us. We got Toxic by Britney Spears, Leave by JoJo, Without Me by Halsey, Wide Awake by Katy Perry, Push by Matchbox 20, ooh, Collide by Howie Day, and I Will Wait by Mumford Sons. You know what I'm getting from this? Okay. Two people here. One, you just got out of a relationship with. This is someone that your eyes have been opened up to what kind of a person this person is, like how toxic they are. And, like, I do feel like they could be abusive too, to be honest. Like, I'm kind of getting a very abusive vibe from this person. I don't know how it takes, but I do feel like that is, yeah. I do feel like you have pushed this person out. Like, I feel like you could be going through a breakup with this person. You've recently pushed them out of your life. I do feel like you're pretty broken up about it, because I feel like you really took care of this person. Like, you really put them to where they're at, you know, like you made sure that they were okay. You kind of, like, you put them in the spot that they are. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, if they were doing really crappy, like they didn't have money or anything like that, you kind of, like, you were there for them. You know, you helped them out when they needed it, you know, and then, like, I do feel like this person could have gotten some kind of attention because of you. Like, you brought attention to this person, maybe their talents or something, and I feel like that is, ultimately what, like, ruined your guys' relationship. This person preferred what they got instead of what they had. I also feel like this person was just toxic. They were somebody that you were supposed to leave. This is the person that, like, you were mad at yourself for not seeing the kind of person that they really are. But you're wide awake now. You think this person for who they really are. I do feel like there is somebody that, I feel like this person could be from your past, or I feel like it's like a friend, like somebody that's a friend of yours. Maybe somebody that you've been, like, doing yoga with, somebody you've been spending a lot of time with, just kind of, like, you know, opening up your mind with this person. I feel like they really want to express their feelings towards you, but I feel like they're also waiting for you to heal from what you're going through right now. Yeah, I feel like this person might feel like there's a lot of deepness between the both of you. Alright, I'm going to move on to my pile of 3. So maybe meet again. Bye! Okay, my pile of 3. If you chose this kitty cat, this is your pile. So we're going to play your songs to see what we have to work with, because I feel like the songs have been really hitting on point lately. So we got, okay, first of all, somebody's name could be Benjamin, because that came out twice. Benjamin or Alec. Alright, so we got Bitch by Meredith Brooks, Break Even by The Script, Nicotine by Paddy, P-A-T, I think it's a D, could be an O. Let Me Down Slowly by Alec Benjamin, Sit Still and Look Pretty by Daya, She's With Me Now by David Morris, and Must Have Been the Wind by Alec Benjamin. I'm really getting kind of like breakup vibes, which makes sense. It's that time of year. I do feel like there is a lot of breakups going on. I feel like you could have recently gone through a breakup, or you're about to go through one. There's a lot of conflict in this, right? There's a lot of talking shit as well. Like, somebody's talking a lot of shit about you. It could be a group of people. I'm seeing like 3 people. These people, they lie a lot. They don't have any facts. They just talk a lot of shit. They're just groupies, you know? Like, they just be hating on you, right? They're just trying to... These people are trying just to get a closer look up on you. They're really nosy. They're trying to look for dirt on you. But, like, realistically, these are just people that are trying to force their way on you, force what they want to happen. And like I said, there is, like, a lot of conflict. I feel like these people are really hating on you. It could be 3 to 5 people. I am mainly seeing women, like, and it's so weird that women be hating on women so much, but I feel like that's what it is. Like, these women are just really jealous of the fact that you're really happy. You've chose happiness. Like, this is something that I feel like you did choose in your life. Like, you're not looking for anything else except being happy at this moment in your time. And I feel like that has a lot of people upset. Like, I feel like these people they're used to you being upset or depressed, you know, like being within yourself. And they're seeing that you have a lot more balance than you used to, that you have all these options available to you. You know, you're not blind, you can see things clearly. And I feel like that really pisses these people off because you're really creating something in your life. You're really making something of yourself. And it makes everybody around you upset because they're not putting forth the effort. They're not trying to do anything. They're just trying to, like, you know, talk shit on you. And, like, I feel like there's a lot of rumors around about you at the moment. It is telling me here that it is safe for you to be powerful. You have the power that you need. You know how to be a powerful person without making others feel uncomfortable. But even if they feel uncomfortable, that has nothing to do with you. You know, that's their own, like, issues within, you know, like, that has nothing to do with you. But it does say it is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. And I feel like that's all you need to do. You just need to step into your Athena power. We also have Archangel Michael, who is with you, giving you the courage to make the life changes that you need to make in your life in order to follow your divine life purpose. There will be an unexpected phone call or a visit from somebody. Like, they could be, like, riding past your house. This person is going to have hidden motives. They're going to be, you know, weird behavior. Especially around you. I feel like this person, you know, they're going to be really weird around you because they don't know how to act around you. This could involve some family, actually, for some of you. Like, for some of you, I feel like a family member could be, like, stopping by. They might be want to talk to you about something. You know, there could have been some kind of a rift between the both of you, and it's like, y'all coming together and, like, having a reunion again, like a family coming together, or it could be like an old time friend that you haven't spoken to in a long time. I do feel like a lot of people come to you for counseling, for some kind of advice. I do feel like you have very healing, kind words. You have very wise advice. You're a very empathetic listener. I do also feel like there is somebody that you are going to meet, or there is somebody that you are going to be talking with. It could just be like a 5-minute conversation that you have with somebody that you just meet for a minute or so, you know, like for like 5 minutes or whatever, you know, and it's like this conversation really helps you out, see things from a different point of view. We also have infinite possibilities. You have the unicorn that came out for you, and I love this card. I think it's such a pretty card. But yeah, so it says, you are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. So I feel like the people talking about you has really brought you down. You know, it's like, I feel like you could have been hearing about some of these things that people are saying, or maybe you weren't expecting these to be the kind of people that would be like, you know, say these things about you. But here's the thing. The reason why these people are saying these things and why they be hating on you so hard is because you are unlike anything in this world. You are a very unique being, okay? You can see things not other people can see. You can understand things other people cannot understand. you have a lot of love around you, and I feel like you're very much transforming, okay? Like, I feel like you've always been very beautiful, but there was always something that was shy about you. Like, I feel like you didn't have your confidence, you know, especially in your abilities or the things that you were seeing or doing, okay? And I feel like something has happened, something you've let go of, that does help you come into this powerful being of who you are. Like, I feel like you choosing happiness, you letting go of what people are going to say about you, that really transforms your life. Because you're not ordinary, you're extraordinary, and I feel like you need to understand how fucking amazing you really are. We also have Mystic that came out here as well. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. See, and that's what I'm seriously getting. Like, I feel like you have a lot of gifts, and you have a really hard time expressing them, okay? And, like, having the confidence in yourself to express the messages that you have. Oh, my God, this is my pile. It's so funny how tarot works. Like, before I even started, I was saying I'm unsure if I want to continue doing something along these lines or if I want to choose a different path, you know? And I know I have many options available to me. It's just always hard for me to choose, right? And, like, people talking smack about me, it does bring me down. Like, that's actually, like, why I don't really try to express myself when it comes to my readings, because, like, I know I'm a sensitive bitch. I'm very sensitive. I know this, okay? Even touch, I'm very sensitive to touch. I don't like to be touched because I don't want to go dreaming about you. So, like, you know, and I understand that there's, you know, not a lot of people are, like, as sensitive as I am, but I know I'm sensitive, and it's why I don't do certain things. It's because I'm afraid of how my sensitivities will react. But Spirit be like, I don't care what you want. You got messages, you need to start sharing them. There ain't no, you know, you're fucking, it doesn't matter what I do. I feel like people always talk smack with whatever I do or wherever I go or how I ever express myself. And I feel like that's always going to happen. And that's exactly what this is. It's like, so you might have gifts that are hard for you to express, like, you know, and, there's a lot of things, like a lot of adversities that you go through. Like, a lot of people challenge you, okay? And I feel like those challenges not only make you stronger and help you see things from a different perspective, but it also helps, like, it really does help broaden your horizons, you know? I also I have a hard time doing this, so I'm going to bring it up. So like, sometimes after I do readings or, you know, like, I exert so much energy and I'm, like, really, you know, I forget to take the rest, which is why I don't do personal readings as well. Like, it is hard for me to let go of energies. Like I said, I'm a very sensitive person, but I also, I'm, like, I want to constantly go all the time, do things. I can't all the time. My energy is very low after I do readings. And that's why I feel like taking a rest after you exert yourself is very important, especially when it's like things that you may not be used to, and also certain energies are different and you need to be renewed in different ways as other energies, if that makes sense. There's also something about, like, looking different. You may have done something recently, or maybe you just look different to other people, but I do feel like there is some kind of a difference in how you're presenting yourself than you were before. And it might take a lot of people aback. We also have Dragon Supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. See, and, like, I do feel like, you know, you are a master at your craft. You know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. And you have a way of changing in a way that works for you and other people around you. I do think there's somebody around you that's like a guardian. This person is very gentle and very wise. They're very protective of you. This person is very confident and they have a lot of power, okay? This person, like I said, is very protective, okay? Like I'm seeing, like bear is right here, okay? That is what this is a bear one. But I also feel like there's a lot of, like I feel like this person might remind you of a bear, or they might be wearing something with a bear. You have awoken this person's intuition, and I feel like you've been guiding this person without you realizing that you've been guiding this person. And you've been guiding them towards, like, you know, I feel like you're guiding them towards like a different idea of how things can be. Like you're expanding their horizons, like they've been expanding yours. This person, I feel like they have helped you walk through your life with confidence and grace. This person's helped you, like I said, open your horizons, broaden your horizons. They've also helped you see things that you've created, or things that you put into action without realizing that you've done that. This person has shown you that you have the power beyond this world, that you can focus on what you really want and you can make your dreams come true. Like this person's really helped you open your horizons, expand your horizons. A lot of people see you as a very authentic person. Like you don't bend to other people's will, and that is like very, very scary to these people. I feel like that's why a lot of people be like hating on you. Your advice is to forgive and learn. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And then your romantic feelings are real and worth exploring. Yeah. So I feel like this person that has really helped you expand your horizons, if you're interested in this person, go ahead and go for it. And I also feel like, if there's like a family member or somebody that you feel like you want to try to reconnect with, I think that you should really definitely go for it, because I think that it's like, things will work out the way that they're supposed to. I think, like there was just time that was needed between the both of you. I do feel like I feel like you could be haunted by like some kind of a memory, some kind of a trauma. And like that is something that you need to focus on healing. It could be relating to cars. Maybe you could have gotten in a car accident. So my guides are telling me that you've been hustling, you've been making it rain, you've been focusing on getting money, getting things done, just really trying to make things happen for yourself, and there's been a lot of people that are hating on you because of you hustling and getting the things that you want in your life. But it's interesting because I feel like there's like rumors going around about you that, you caught a case, that you got some kind of a sexual disease going on. But I feel like it's actually somebody who started this rumor that has that's going on. Yeah, that groupies, like somebody in that group actually has like some kind of an STD, and they're trying to say that it's you. And I feel like the reason why they're saying this is because that person that's really changed your aspect, really helped you gain your confidence back. This person is they got like boss daddy energy, like they could be a CEO or like some kind of an owner of some kind. But you got a lot of haters on you because like this person is like, spending a lot of time with you, talking to you, like you kind of hit the jackpot on that. This person is like hooked on you, and it's driving a lot of people crazy. But yeah, that's all I've got for you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do something for you I didn't do for the other piles. I think I want to see who this person is. The one that is helps you out a lot with your confidence. So let's get some comments. Okay, so we got H, O, and Z for initials. I got Hans when I was looking at it, but I don't know. We also have I will shit on everything you love. So I do feel like a lot of these people around you that are talking smack about you, they will do everything they can to make your life a miserable hell, right? But we also have the troll. I do feel like a lot of these people are trying to troll you. But I feel like you're just kind of going with the flow, like seeing how things go. I do feel like you're the kind of person that is like, I wish a bitch would, because like I feel like you will hold your ground. You will say something to these people if it gets too far. There is something about a death. Hold on, I'll get back to that. feel like you're a very generous person. I feel like this person that is around you, I feel like they're very generous too. They've been very generous to you. This person stands on their ground. They will protect everything that they hold very, very closely to them. Um, this person transmutes energy. They take the shitty things and turn it into something positive. They're not afraid to get their hands dirty. I do feel like this person might be stalking you a little bit, maybe like on Facebook or just like asking questions about you. I do feel like this person has an interest in you, but I feel like they keep it on the down low. And I feel like it's because they know that you've recently got out of a relationship, recently let go of a situation, this person knows that you've gone through a recent breakup, so they're trying to like, hold back and just let you do your own thing. But they're still keeping tabs on you. Because they want to make because they want to make something of this relationship. They want to make something more, This person could have green eyes. I'm seeing green or a very light blue. Someone could have purple in their hair. And somebody could be a Leo. Alright. So this is a little something special for you. I'm going to move on to my pile 4 now. So, maybe meet again. Bye! Okay, my pile 4. You have a very interesting pile. If you chose this spider, this is for you. I'm seeing a lot of spiders lately. Usually if you see a spider, it means there's a visitor coming. But that's just my old superstition, my tales. So we do have 2 cards suggesting an argument. We have girl fight that came out. Argument's a physical fight at war, competing. And then we have your trouble in paradise. Argument with someone that you love. You need to open up, put your mask away because somebody wants to get to know you. They want to know what's going on with you, what's eating at you. This is where it gets confusing. There is some kind of argument. I feel like this could be an argument with a family member. It could be because you're creeping on somebody or because somebody is creeping on you because your light irritates their demons. I'm kind of you get in a fight with somebody because they're creeping on your profile or looking at something that you're doing and you're shining. You're looking very beautiful, very great, and this makes this person very unhappy. There is travel that came out twice here, okay? It could be somebody's mad at you for the traveling that you've done, which is interesting because, like, your life purpose does involve travel. Like, that did come out for you, okay? Like I said, your second travel card that came out for you as well. So you could have recently traveled somewhere, went on vacation somewhere, and, like, maybe you posted some pictures. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are, like, unhappy about this. Like, a lot of people be creeping on you. Like, there is somebody that's, like, they're very obsessive with you. Like, this person's, like, a bit possessive. This person's definitely a karmic, okay? This person is very upset about you. They feel very haunted by you. I feel like this person feels haunted by you because they did you wrong. Like, yeah. And you, like, rejected this person. So I feel like this person feels, they got into some bad habits and they've been trying to reflect on the fact that you were their jackpot that got, like, taken away from them. The songs that have come out for you so far is Locked Away by Our City, Truth by Seether, Thinking of You by Katy Perry, Lips Are Moving by Meghan Trainor, You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift, Something to Remind You by Stained, and Not Too Proud to Beg by The Temptations. So, definitely getting obsessive energy, an ex that's obsessed with you or just somebody from your past that's very obsessed with you. It's also giving, like this person could be, like, locked away. Like, they could be in prison or something, and it's like, the only way they can keep track of you is by looking you up on social media, And I do see this person just getting angrier by seeing the fact that you're like traveling, that you're having a good time, they have a smile on your face. Like this bothers this person. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like somebody being bothered by what a good life that you're having. I feel like you also don't see this. You don't see how miserable this person is. Like, because you rejected this person. You walked away from it. You know, you're too busy traveling, doing your own thing, right? So you don't really see that this person is really upset. You know, I also feel like you have been looking for like some, like, I feel like you know you have these options available to you, but it's like you're not seeing all of the options that are available to you. Okay, you only see like the negative ones, you're not seeing like the positive ones, right? And like there is one like that's literally right there that you're not quite seeing, that's like perfect for you. And I think it's just hard for you to see it. I also feel like you might feel invisible in a certain situation with somebody. This is somebody that gives you a lot of strength. This is somebody that you really want to celebrate with. I am also seeing like you are celebrating. You're doing a lot of celebrating for yourself, for others around you as well. Yeah, so I feel like you've got a lot of ideas, a lot of opportunities available to you right now. You're very creative as well. You're not spent. I mean, and I wouldn't say you're like, I was gonna say like you were saving things up, you were saving money, but it's like you found what it is that you want to spend your money on. So I feel like that's exactly what you're doing, and you're not afraid to speak your truth. Like I feel like at one point you didn't really have the confidence to speak your truth, but I feel like you have found a confidence within yourself to speak what's on your mind, even when there's a whirlwind going on around you. I feel like that was something that you had a hard time doing. All right. So advice that came out for you, we have to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it. There are fire signs that came out, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And then we have owl, magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. And then we also have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. You deserve love because you are lovable. So, like, there could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Like, you could be a fire sign, or this person that could be the one for you. This partner, a romantic partner you've already, like, met. That, you know, this person could be a fire sign. I do feel like you need to open up your inner vision in order for you to see the person that's, like, you know, being nudged towards you. And also to, you know, keep letting go of the obsessive one, because I feel like this person's not going to let you go. But, like, I feel like you're currently on, you're embarking on a career change, like something that makes you happy, like something that makes you, you know, truly gives you what it is that you're looking for in your life. Like, I feel like it could be a job change, or it could be like, whatever heart's desires is also that came out. But I do feel like you are definitely making your dreams come to reality, making things happen. Because you know that you can. You know that magic and wisdom are your birthright. Like, so you're trying to make things happen for yourself. You're celebrating your wins. And you're letting the people that has hurt you or taken from you in the past, you're letting that go. You know, it's like you're not going to, like, you're going to stand your ground, like, if it comes to it, you know, but at the same time, you're not going to focus on it because you have other things to make happen at the moment. You have other things to focus on. I do see more traveling in the future as well. I also see, like, ignoring things. Like, maybe, like, somebody will write you a message or something about you traveling, or, like, wanting to hang out with you, and it's like you don't even respond to this person because you know what lies ahead of you if you were to do this, if you were to make the effort towards this situation. And I feel like you just don't really want to be a part of it because, like, I feel like it's not for you, and you know it's not for you. All right, we're gonna look at one more over here. Partner to partner, unsafe decisions, not thinking, taking a risk. We also have law enforcement, temptation, criminal history, avoid the 12. Like, see, I feel like there is somebody that is like, I feel like somebody around you could be in prison and they're really trying to get back with you. They're really trying to say that they're the one for you and so forth. And it's like, you know it's not. Like, you know that this person is not for you, so you're not even trying with this person, you know? Like, you just let that go. But there is somebody that wants to surprise you, to let you know that they're thinking about you. They are trying to make decisions about if they want to come towards you, like for the second chance, because they're unhappy in the situations that they're in at the moment, and they are tired of wearing a mask. This person, I feel like they visit you often in your guys' sleep. I also see earth signs here, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This person is very inspired by you. I feel like they see a lot of what's going on with, like, they see a lot of pictures of you being happy. Like, they see you they see you very happy, okay? And this, like, really puts them off, I feel like. That's why they're, like, indecisive of what they want to do, because they're so used to hiding, you know, what's going on. They're so used to making other people happy with whatever it is that they want to do. They're tired of throwing out their memories, though. They're tired of seeing these pictures and not being a part of it. This person is finally coming to love themselves, accepting themselves for who they are, you know, instead of what everybody else wants, which is good. Yeah. This person is, yeah. I do feel like you need to take the risk yourself, by listening to the signs, seeing the things that are there for you, and stop holding back. You know, like, you know what it is that you deserve. You know what you don't deserve. You know, like, you know that you took a risk in this person that was originally, like, in jail. And I feel like you know that. You know, you took that risk with this person. You know, but I feel like you felt like this person was, you know, they were lying to you, and I felt like you knew that they were lying to you. You felt like this person was, like, I heard love bombing. Like, they were, like, love bombing you, and it wasn't the, like, it's not what you were searching for. But, like, very soon you're going to come across the love that you deserve, the love that you are looking for. Like, because you have met your, like, the romantic partner that you seek. It's just not who you think it is, okay? I feel like you're not seeing who this person is because you're not quite looking at it. You just need to take a step back, you know, focus on yourself a little bit more so that you can, you know, understand yourself a little bit more. See where it is that it takes you, you know? Like, I feel like you need to just focus on your divine purpose, and I think things will really fall into the way that they're supposed to. Like, the person that's supposed to come towards you will come towards you. The people that are supposed to fall away from you will fall away from you, as long as you're on your life purpose. Like, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. My dog's saying Nancy. Now, one more reading, boy. One more. Alright, this is all that I have for you, my pile 4. I hope that this was helpful. If it was helpful, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below. So maybe we meet again. Bye! Okay, my pile 5. If you chose this froggy that is so hard for you to see for some reason, this is the pile for you. First of all, I feel like I'm definitely talking to an animal lover, okay? You have a gift with understanding animals. You communicate with them intuitively. You trust your inner guidance as you work with animals in your everyday life's work. And this is your life purpose. So good for you. I'm also seeing a lot of animals in general. Like, I see a hawk. Somebody's also trying to cock block you. You obviously chose a turtle, which I kept getting leap of faith when I was, you know, looking at the turtle. Or looking at the frog. And then you have sea turtle for protection. You are the master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Which actually leads me into taking action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself, because you are at the end of a cycle in your life. You've called upon the angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step of happiness. So And I feel like you're getting signs for that. Maybe it's something to do with working with animals. There's also some codependency in your life as well at the moment. Like you could have some kind of an addiction that's affecting your romantic life right now. The situation is calling for you to have trust, to have faith that this can work out. And you are going to be revealing your innermost self to somebody else. Okay, this is somebody that you could be. This is like a soulmate energy. There is a lot of jealousy. Like there's a lot of pettiness, people wanting this person's attention. I feel like this person's very good looking and a lot of people want to have this person, right? But like it's like this person only has eyes for you. There's a lot of people trying to cock block this relationship. I also feel like this person could be cock blocking it by trying to run away from the situation. I do feel like you want to grow something with this person, but like I said, there's a lot of like jealousy around this situation, and I think it's so interesting that the cards literally show it in like almost every aspect. Like I have like 3 different decks, right? Like I got one tarot deck, and then the rest are pretty much like advisor, like oracle cards. But one of my oracle decks kind of reminds me of the tarot deck, which is why I like it, you know, is because like it kind of has the similarities, and they're both saying the exact same thing, that you want to offer your love to somebody or you're trying to grow something with somebody. But there's a lot of jealousy around this relationship. Like there's a lot of people that don't want it to happen. Okay, and even like your person even feels like they have to go through some obstacles in order for this to happen, and I feel like they are doing that. They're like circling it, trying to see where they can get in to make this happen. I do feel like this is gonna take some work to make this happen. I feel like on both of your parts for sure, but I feel like you're both going to succeed in making it happen. It's going to be the outcome that you are looking for. We have gratitude. Someone will show you how grateful they are to have you in their life. The songs that we have for you is Curse of Curves by Cute is What We Aim For. Endless Love by Lionel Richie. Need You Now by Lady Antebellum. My Medicine by The Pretty Reckless. Guys My Age by Hey Violet. And Mad World by Imagine Dragons. I don't know why, but like, are you a vet? Like, I don't know why, but I just see somebody like working with a lot of different like pets, a lot of different animals, or just being surrounded by a lot of different animals. Write me in the comments below if you are a vet, because I'm so getting it so hard, or like just working with animals in some kind of a way. Please let me know. Yeah, but I do definitely feel like there is, and I feel like there could be jealousy around this situation because like maybe this is somebody that other people don't think this person's like in your league or something along those lines. Like I am kind of getting that, like people are like trying to downplay like how amazing like you are in order to make themselves feel better, or like they deserve this person even though this person only has eyes for you. I feel like a lot of people come to you for advice as well. Yeah, this is definitely something that's worth waiting for. This relationship, you need to let your friends help you. I do feel like you have some friends that you might tell them about like, hey, I got feelings for this person, but like I don't know how to like, you know, go forward or how to make things happen with this person. It's like they give you suggestions. Like I don't know, there's something about listening to your friends or getting your friends help in some kind of a way that is like, ouch, exactly what you need. Ow, I gotta clean out my ear, it hurts. Yeah, definitely worth the wait. And I mean by like, what do I mean by waiting? Like, I feel like you need to let go of this this codependency that you have, maybe this addiction that you have, before you can really like step into this romantic relationship, because this person does want to have a family with you. You know, they definitely want to have a family with you. This person could be a Leo or a Sag or Aries. This person definitely admires you. But there's a lot of people against this relationship. It's usually when you know it's going to be good. Alright, but yeah, I know, so straight to the point. I was barely in this reading, but there wasn't a lot to say because it was pretty straight to the point. I mean, maybe conditions aren't favorable right now, but I mean, just look into other options and ask the angels to help and comfort and guide you. But I feel like you only feel like that because there's an end. It could be an end to a relationship in your life now, or maybe a career change that you're going through. You do have to take action in this, like you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. You need to go for what it is that you truly feel is right for you. We also have I am the angel of marriage that is assisting you right now. Maybe you're going through a divorce or you're about to, get married, but it is safe for you to be powerful in a loving way that benefits yourself and others. You should also take excellent care of yourself. Everybody benefits when you take care of yourself by taking a relaxing treat, by like taking a massage or a bath salt or like a pedicure. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I feel like that's like one of your biggest problems is like your insecurities that you're not like, good enough for this career, good enough for this job, or like very good at what it is that you think that you want to go for. But like you are protected, like you've got this, like, you can feel you can relax because you are good at this and you can make something out of it as long as you put forth the effort, as long as you do it. But yeah, that's what I've got for you guys. I hope that this was helpful. If it was helpful, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below. Just realized I didn't say that in any of the other piles, really, so I hope people just remember to do so. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing another reading. I guess I'll see how I'm feeling after I upload this one. So, maybe meet again, and see you later.